Hi guys, welcome to this car review. I am back with another video. You probably don't remember me anymore. If you don't, make sure you check out my other videos first. I'm joking, like, you don't have to do that. Let's get right into it. In today's review, we are looking at the Mazda CX-5. It's the specification that's right in the center. There's two models below this and there's two models above this one. This is the exclusive line. First of all, when you get into the car, you immediately realize that it is quite high up for an SUV of this size. So you get a very nice view over traffic. I've literally just parked up to a Porsche Macan now, and I'm looking down at the Porsche Macan. So you really get to elevate your seat and get a very nice view outside. It feels safe to be a bit more higher up. In terms of driving, so this is the 2-litre naturally aspirated petrol Skyactiv-G. And there's mixed opinions about the engine. Is it the best? What does it mean to be the best? I don't know. It's as fast enough as you'd need it to be. I think 0 to 60 in just over 9 seconds. You know, it's an SUV. Fuel economy, you can get around, I don't know, 35 to 40, realistically speaking, miles per gallon. Urban combined with motorway driving, so it's not terrible. Urban driving, you know, you probably get around 30. This trim comes very well equipped. It comes with some niceties such as leather heated seats for the front 2 seats. It comes with a heads-up display, which is pretty cool. Adaptive cruise control, 10.2-inch infotainment screen, blind spot monitoring, which is, you know, it's a bit sensitive as well, to be fair. I was just driving past and there's a few parked cars on the left, and the autonomous emergency braking system was about to trigger itself there. It's happened before as well, so it is quite sensitive and it is quite alert, and it does chime at you and at various opportunities that it gets. Quite annoying. However, it is trying to protect your life. You can't really blame it for that. It's just being nice. You know, it's the Japanese. They care about their customers. In any case, you also get a nice little panoramic, not a panoramic sunroof. That's not panoramic, is it? It's just a sunroof. But it is a sunroof. I mean, in rivals for the mid-spec model, I don't think you get sunroofs for many of its rivals. This one you do. However, it is quite small. I'm sure in something like a Volkswagen Tiguan, if you go all the way, you can get a sunroof that goes all the way back. But look, you can't have everything. In this car, you also get paddle shifters, and I've never used them to date, and I don't think I ever will. They're tiny, and it just feels unnecessary. The car feels fun enough to drive anyway. It's like, this is the automatic, and you do notice when it does shift gears, and the engine does have to be worked quite a bit for you to get some impetus out of the car. So you do have to work the engine a bit, and again, not great for fuel economy. You've got sports mode as well, so if you put the car into sports mode, it gives you a bit more overtaking power. It turns the dials red, and it's a bit more responsive. 100%, yeah. If you're looking at this type of car, then you're probably, it's kind of like a dad car, isn't it? Let's be honest. I mean, you know, but it's a sensible dad car. You know, you've done your job well as a father if you're getting this type of car. You care about your kids, you care about your family, you care about safety, you care about space, you care about the premium feel of the car as well, because this car is quite, you know, plush, to be honest. Especially compared to its rivals. Everything feels well put together. The Japanese ain't messing, you know what I mean? Everything feels plush. There's no real inconsistencies in the materials that have been used. From what I can touch anyway, unless you kind of you're pedantic about it and you kind of like nitpick and find some plastics like in the, I don't know, parts of the interior that you will never end up touching anyway, like some car reviews do. I should take over their jobs, to be honest. Thank you. Polestar drivers seem to be very nice at times. They can either be very nice or very sort of weird. Scooby driver. Everyone's being nice to me. Why are they being nice? This always happens when I'm reviewing cars. Maybe I should review cars all the time. There's not much not to like about this car. The fuel economy could be better. The engine maybe could be better. You know, it's quite fun. It's quite fun to drive for an SUV. The steering wheel is quite responsive. I have a 200 horsepower Jaguar XE that I drive. And compared to that, it's like, well, sometimes I'll even take this car out for a drive. It's like, you know, it's just nice. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's because I'm just, it's novel, and I'm just, you know, enjoying it because of the novelty of it. But let's not get too philosophical. So in the back as well, I mean, there's plenty of room in the back. It's nice and wide. You can fit in 3 adults abreast without any issues, really. Foot room is good as well. Leg space is good. It does feel like a proper SUV. I've took this car on a very involuntarily, inadvertently, we ended up going on a very unsteady off-roady track. Okay, it was down a country road, and it was horrendous. There were basically potholes everywhere. There was dips, and there was like, it was horrible. But this car managed to deal with it without much fuss, and it was quite impressive. I was confident driving this car over those dips because of the ground clearance that it has, and probably better than its rivals. So not that you should take your CX-5 off-roading, obviously not. So this car also comes with a, I think it's a 10 speaker Bose sound system, which is, oof, it's nice, you know, it's very good. And there's lots you can do with the sound system. There's like a fader, there's like, you can direct the sound to be biased towards the driver. There's so many things you can do with it. It's like a concert hall almost, with how much you can do with it. It's quite advanced. What else can we do with this car? There's a heated steering wheel as well. Very nice for winters. Compartment and storage is it's very generous. You know, the glove box is a decent size. The center cubby, very big. You know, you get Type-C chargers at the front, you get Type-C at the back as well. However, it does need you to pull out the armrest, which means that you can't use the middle seat. And it does have a 12-volt socket up the front as well. This car has an automated tailgate. It has it's not a 360 camera, it's a 180 camera, so it has a reversing camera, which is something you probably need in this size of car. It has front and back parking sensors as well, so it makes parking a lot more easier. Should you get the manual, should you get the automatic? Well, that depends on personal preference, but I have no issues with the automatic. I think it's perfectly fine. Even though Mazda are known for their manuals, and more CX-5s are probably sold in manual. But again, down to personal preference. It's quite sizable, so it does help that it comes with all of the sort of parking assist features that it does. The reversing camera, for example, very useful. It makes you lazy, but look, everything is making us lazy, isn't it? This car also comes with a wireless charging pad for your phone, and that's at the front of the car. Awesome, good stuff. But yeah, this car is very well put together, surprisingly. Well, not surprisingly, to be fair. Mazda do have a standard. New Audis tend to have a lot more cheaper plastics, and they tend to be cost saving a lot more. This is like, yeah, rugged, feels well put together. You know, you get 19-inch wheels with this car. The tires are very big. It makes the drive very comfortable, very smooth. It goes over surfaces in a very refined manner, so it looks nice. The rims are nice and big, the alloys look good, but it's comfortable at the same time. You want that in a family SUV. You want it to be comfortable, right? And it does an absolutely great job of that. In terms of technology, I mean, yeah, very nicely equipped, but maybe it is starting to show its age compared to some rivals. You know, you do get the 10.2-inch infotainment screen, and you get a 7-point-something inch on the driver's display, which is, you know, these days, I mean, you want a full virtual cockpit maybe, and this does have a screen, but it does have analog dials as well at the same time. It's like, I don't mind it, you know. I think it looks cool, but it, you know, compared to its rivals, it does seem to be showing some age, you know, which is not bad. It's like a matured fine wine. That's what it's like. It has character. You can rely on it, you can trust it, you can come to like it, you know. It doesn't mean that it has to be the most popular, even though this is a very this is Mazda's best-selling vehicle, and it's one of the best family SUVs you can get, you know. And that's not just me saying it, that's well known. The shifter really feels like a standard gear. It's shaped like a standard gear as well, so You know, for those of you who are nostalgic about leaving stick and going with an auto, you know, you can ease into it with this very gear looking shifter. You know, some of these door locks, it's like those standard ones that you get, sorry, not the standard ones, the old school ones, the you have to toggle them. I should have to press a button. Where's that? You know, what's going on? Visibility is all round pretty decent. You know, the windows are nice and big. The pillars are quite thin. There's various ways you can adjust the seats for reclining and for height. And you can recline the rear seats slightly as well. Plenty of adjustment in the steering wheel. I think that summarizes what we have to say here. I hope you enjoyed this review of the Mazda CX-5. I've not seen you guys for a while. You probably don't know who I am anymore. But anyway, check out my other reviews or my other videos. And maybe one day I can make it in life as a professional car reviewer, because I'm totally fit for that role.